Welcome along, everybody, to episode number 55 of our, there we go, F1 2019 career mode, episode number 55 from the Hungarian Grand Prix for the Hungaroring in Season 3 with Team Renault F1. And after this race, we could get a new teammate. Because I got a feeling, mind you, Romain may have done enough in the last video. If you didn't watch it, go check it out. You'll see why. Weather looks fantastic around the Hungarian circuit this weekend. So without further ado, let's go and check out how everyone's doing. We have ourselves a new rival, as you are aware, Charles Leclerc. So let's have a look here, and it looks like Haas have made even more gains on us here. So is it possible we're not the best anymore? Well, we're still the best engine, we're still the best aero, and we're still second best chassis. So they haven't made that many gains here, but you can see they brought nothing. I don't think anyone has. The only one that might have is the Red Bull team down at the very bottom there. They might have brought something to try and challenge Racing Point and Toro Rosso, but traditionally Hungary, they don't bring much. You may see them bring it for Spa next race. But let's look at the championship, shall we, with a lead of 115 points. We lead over Charles Leclerc. Romain Grosjean in third thanks to his victory in Germany. Spoiler. Carlos Sainz, then Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Alexander Albon, Sebastian Vettel, Lucas Weber, and big-time Devon Butler round out your top 10 in points. In the Constructors, Renault have a 119-point advantage over Haas, followed by McLaren, Williams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Racing Point, Red Bull, Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo, who are both still yet to score. Which means your four drivers that have not yet scored yet are Danny Kvyat, Lance Stroll, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi. Will that change after Hungary? It may. It may not. Stranger things have happened, and believe me, they have definitely happened at this circuit. But without further ado, we are going to go get practiced around perhaps our worst circuit on the game, the Hungarian Hungaroring. Then we're going to get qualified as well, and hopefully, all being well, fingers crossed, we will see you all on the start line for what might be a tough but entertaining Hungarian Grand Prix.
It's always wonderful to come back to the lively Hungaroring, a popular destination this, nice and close to the beautiful city of Budapest, with some exciting racing to boot. Who can forget Michael Schumacher pushing his old teammate Rubens Barrichello up towards the pit wall in 2010, or those great races of 2014 and 2015 as well. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Paul. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs, so it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Paul lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Bottas, Romain Grosjean, and Sainz, Hamilton, Vettel, Weber, and Kevin Magnussen. Butler, Gasly, Max Verstappen, and Ricciardo, Stroll, Kvyat, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Kimi Raikkonen. Perez and Nico Hülkenberg completes the grid, and with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, we're looking for a top 3 finish today.
Well, Jeff, you may be looking for a top 3 finish, but I don't think that top 3 finish is going to happen personally, because we may be on pole position, but it's not a safe pole position. The Haas and McLaren team were fast in practice, and keep an eye out for Sebastian Vettel as well. The Williams may come and play, but you can see we did do Q2 on the mediums. We start on the medium, then go to the softs for the end of the race, and hopefully that strategy works. against the competition. So lot of laps, big circuit. Let's try and bring it home, folks. There we go then, folks, to the running of the Hungarian Grand Prix from pole position. And Ritz lights out and away we go. And yeah, as you can imagine, with a long run down, it's a pretty shitty start for us. We're already down to P2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, excuse me, Charles coming through. Is that Carlos? I don't know. It's one of the two Hasses. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Leclerc that's side by side with us through turn 3. You're going to be pushed out wide there as we get a notification that NASCAR E4 version 1.0 is installed into the system. Don't know why you'd want to give me that right there, but you did give me that, so that's fair enough. No problem there as we go through the chicane, turn 6 and 7, now into the really twisty and fiddly section in the middle of the lap, which is awfully twisty, which is awfully everything else, and nobody particularly likes it. But now down to start the next lap. What are you going to do now, boys? You're not going to do exactly a lot, are you? I really hope you're not going to do a lot there, but I think it seems you're going to try something here, Charles. This is the problem with this Hungarian circuit. You're going to set it up the other stuff, and you always forget about this long straight as we go side by side with Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc retakes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, but we're just going to escort ourselves down the inside of him under braking, and that is P1 back to us as we checked on the engine to see how the engine was doing. Pretty sure you don't need to check on the engine there, my man. You can do it all au naturel. I like to say au naturel, but it really isn't au naturel, it's something else. As we go through turn 5 down to the chicane. In through the chicane, yeah, that was a little cut there. We're not going to talk about that. Through turn 9, 10, coming up to turn 11, little lift off the throttle, and then through speed, demon speed, and then into the kink, turn 12, and then turn 13 and turn 14. These two hairpins that end the laps, they'll screw you over in a heartbeat, and we know they'll screw you over in a heartbeat as Charles Leclerc's getting ready to line up another move. We're going right to the wall. If you want to pass us around the outside, Charles. Drag race side by side between the Renault and the Ferrari powered cars, and once again we'll just escort Charles to the outside. I think Vettel's coming through. Yes, he is. Sebastian Vettel, folks. He is through to P2. Charles Leclerc wants to contest it though. I believe Charles will try and contest that. He doesn't. Sebastian Vettel comes up into P2. That's pretty big if you ask me, as we go to Carlos Sainz, who's got one of the McLarens. It's Lewis Hamilton all over the rear end, and down the inside will go the 6-time champion of the world. And still there around the outside there, he'll get that move Lewis Hamilton to P7 of this Grand Prix. Now through turn... what does it feel like? Let me tell you what it feels like right now, because I'm breathing. And you know, sometimes you breathe and you can taste deodorant in the back of your throat. It feels like that, even though no deodorant has gone off in this room. I wonder if Simon OD'd on the deodorant. He may have done. And if he did, I'll kill him. As Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Lucky shit. Through turn 1 we go now, down the hill to turn 2. Keep going down the hill. Into turn 2. You're still going down the hill until you get to turn 3, and then it's basically into like a basin. Climb back up the hill. Turn 4 is blind as hell. We get a warning. Don't know why. You didn't need to give us that kind of a warning there. Oh, it's actually Alex Albon in second. I do apologise. It's not Sebastian Vettel. It's Alexander Albon. I thought it'd be Sebastian in second, but it's Albon, so that's even better because Albon's not that quick. But don't tell him I said he's not that quick. No, I mean it, folks. Don't tell him I didn't say he wasn't that quick, because he might take offence. Or he may not take offence. He may take something else. Well, I don't know. He may not. As we come through the last corner, and they're down start lap number 5 of the Grand Prix. And who is this here? This is Carlos Sainz again. He seems to be going backwards as Carlos. He's about to be passed by Lucas Justin Weber. And down the inside will go Weber into turn 1, and that is a textbook pass if he gets the job done. He does get the job done and move Justin into P9. As we go to the Toro Rossos. Hey, the Toro Rossos are fighting Kvyat and Hollywood Lance Stroll for P15. That is Stroll in the foreground of your shot there, i.e. on the right now, and Kvyat on the left. And Stroll's just going to send it down the inside with Kvyat still there. They're still going to be side by side going into turn number 3. And still side by side all the way up to turn 4. Someone's going to give there, lads. And I think it's going to be Stroll keeping that position from Danny Kvyat. And he had to, really, because he had the inside line. Kvyat will try again, I hope. He may do, he may not do. I don't know how this strategy is going to go on the medium tyre. But I assume, as we set another fast, our personal best lap, 3 greens, it's going to be pretty close, but we're going to be on the right tyre at the end of the race here. All we got to do is stay ahead and be faster than Alexander Albon. Charles Leclerc is slowly dropping away. I tell you what, I'm more concerned with the fact that Carlos Sainz is dropping away. As we go green again in the first sector. My God, these medium tyres are starting to come in. They're starting to come in very nicely, if you ask me. Oh, over the clunky curbs. I think as the mediums wear down, the rubber gets a little bit better, and then it starts to get gradually worse. That's the interesting stratagem here, as we a little bit wide through turn 11. Now into turn 12. Beautiful. That's how that's done. As we go into turn 13, the first of the hairpins, and then you can see it slowly rise up the track as we go to turn 14. And here we go. It looks like Albon's going to pit. It looks like Leclerc's going to pit. Vettel's going to carry on. We've got Bottas coming in as well. Sorry, that's Grosjean. Bottas is coming in, or is that Hamilton? It's one of the two. I don't entirely know which one. I'm fairly sure we'll find out. So there goes everyone into their pits, and Albon's got... why are we going down to him? There we go. Having a clue. So Albon is out. Leclerc's out. Grosjean's out. And I think that is car 44. So that might be Lewis Hamilton. So it's Leclerc, Grosjean, and it is Lewis Hamilton that pitted there onto the medium tyres. As we go to a pass that happened on track, and that is Sergio Perez passing Antonio Giovinazzi for what was last place, P19, but now it will be 2019, so it's P15 with all those places that they made up during the pit stops. Well, at least P15, I should say. Meanwhile, we're just going through turn 11, 12, and now into turn 13. Sebastian Vettel now in second place, and he's going to pit here with Bottas, I think, doing the same. Yes, he is. There's Seb and Bottas. So where do they come out in accordance to everyone else? There's another car coming out. That's Carlos Sainz coming in the background. Oh, sorry, that's Weber. I do apologise. I didn't quite see the silver arrow in the background there as Vettel goes into his garage. He's got the mediums on. He's jumped Bottas, that's for damn sure. I don't know where Weber is. There's Vettel. Oh, he's coming out in front of Albon! The overcut has worked here. Oh, that's naughty. Sebastian Vettel was holding back a bit of pace there, so now we really have to worry now because Vettel's in P2 provisionally. Oh, that could change things. So we're going to have to put in some green laps here. But you can see at the moment on the top right of the screen, we're only red, but it's minor red. So whilst they're not PBs, they're pretty close to being PBs, which is what we love to see. You love to see that kind of thing, folks. As you go through the last turn, turn 14, coming up to start lap number 9. No action on track yet. It's Kevin Magnussen in second, the man Gasly third. We're just we're chilling back here, but we gotta chill to the point where we're going. So yeah, do something and do something pretty darn quickly. Let's go through turn 4. So 3. Now up the hill to turn 4. There's a green. That's what we like to see. We like to see greens. As soon as we get on these red soft tyres, we'll be setting fast lap times through turn 5 into turn 6 and 7. Clunk. And cut the corner a little bit. You can get away with that. Into turn 8. Turn 9 is right on top of you. We did make a couple of changes to the setup for this car as well. And it felt absolutely beautiful until it understeered wide through turn 11 there. Now into turn 12, still setting greens. Still setting greens. How are we managing this, folks? God, the front end way to wash away through turn 13, now through turn 14. Onto the main straight to start lap number 10. We're over halfway. We set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on the mediums, folks. The mediums. And worn mediums at that. How are we doing that? I don't know. How are we doing this? There is some chicanery going on as we see Vettel and Albon. Now everyone cycles through to make their stops. They're sorting themselves out here as we go to Romain Grosjean, apparently. Trying to pass Valtteri Bottas for P4. Come on there, Roman, hold it up. There you go, good boy, love your work. Round the outside, that is fantastic. You're going to keep P4, although Bottas wants to contest it around the outside of turn 2. He's not going to contest it very well because Charles Leclerc, back there, because here's Carlos Sainz. He's come out around the Toro Rossos in P15. What is going on with Carlos? Down the inside of Danny Kip. Yeah, sorry, that's Hollywood Lance Stroll. He's going down the inside of. And that is basically, yeah, that's done and dusted there. That's P14 for Carlos Sainz as we go through on lap number 11. We're not too far away from our pit stop. I think it's going to be on the next lap, I believe. Could be on the next lap, I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look where we'd engines all looking fine and dandy. With this power unit. Into turn 4, look at that. Oh yeah, that's commitment. And look at that, only 0.15 slowest off our fastest first sector. These medium tyres have been anything. They've been very consistent here, and we appreciate how consistent these medium tyres are.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting.
And honestly, I really do. Because they've been able to give some damn good grip, and we go green in the middle sector. That would be a personal best and a new fastest lap if it comes off. We're at 17.7 at the moment. Front end still wants to turn out, doesn't want to turn in turn 13, which is normal as we go through turn 14. Where does this bring us out here? Across the line, it is a new fastest lap of the race, a 17.4. We are pushing like a stabbed rat right now as you go through turn 1. This is going to be our pit stop lap as well. So we're going to be coming in at the end of this lap, folks. A little bit less than we wanted, but we're going to get on them and get on them pretty darn quickly. As we go through turn 4, almost run a little wide. Engine still looking beautiful. Engine looking absolutely fantastic. Into turns 6 and 7. Oh dear, we cut the cut. Yeah, we got a little overconfident there through turn 8. No one saw that corner cut. We'll edit that out another time. Hopefully they'll edit that out. As we go through turn 11 and then down the hill to turn 12. Here we go, throw it in lead. No ERS. We want to save ERS as well while we're in this pit stop. And here we go. This is gonna be the crucial stop, folks. Where do we come out? I hope we come out in front of Sebastian, because those Williams have been pretty quick all weekends. We get it slowed down into the 55 mile an hour pit lane into our garage of 18 men holding rubber. As Great Level of Gamer said, he loves the innuendo of that. There you go. How you doing, Sean? This fine morning. Now out of the pit lane. Where are we coming out? Oh, they're coming down the main straight. I think we've got them. Handily got them. They are not even close, folks. They're only just coming out of turn 1 now. Oh, we had them in our pockets. And now we've transferred onto the fastest tyre as well. So you can expect an absolute flogging of a fast lap coming up here. We're still in lean and non-ERS. That's how quick we are going to be. Let's get slowed down through turn 6 and 7. Now through turn 8. And then turn 9. Oh, that felt beautiful through turn 9. Like I said, we made a couple of YOLO adjustments during practice. And my God, they were good. We set a fastest middle sector of the Grand Prix. And I'd probably imagine we're going to set the fastest first sector of the Grand Prix as well. Last sector, I should say. And then let's see Sebastian and company deal with this kind of stuff here. We actually don't set the fastest lap in the last sector. But now let's see what this Renault's got on these soft tyres. We were a little wide into 1, compromised a little bit going over them rumble strips. Now into turn 2. Fantastic through turn 2. The car turning absolutely beautiful. 5 laps of fuel remaining, says Jeff. Through turn 3. Let's see how this car handles through turn 4. Go. Ah, boo. We don't want to see Carlos Sainz trying to overtake Daniel Ricciardo, who looks like he's standing still. He looks absolutely like he's standing still there, does Daniel. Oh, big lock-up from Carlos, right across the nose of Ricciardo. He's got P13. And we've gone flinging it through turn 4. Fastest, personal best first sector of our race as we go through turn 6 and 7 over the curbs. Now through turn 8. And then turn 9. Through turn 9, on the way through turn 10. Turn 10's practically not there. Turn 11, yeah, look at that. Little lift and fling it through. Fastest middle sector of anybody, folks. This car's about to deliver probably a 16 lap, a 16 something on these soft tyres. Through the last corner, what's it going to deliver? We run a little bit deep through turn 14, but get it into overtake across the line. It is a 16.8 on the soft tyres, folks. 16.8. Fantastic lap. You love to see a lap like that. You absolutely love to see a lap that quick. As we go through turn 2, hopefully we can replicate that down on the hill onto turn 3. Coming up to turn number 4, somewhere up here as we fling it through turn 4. Very nice. Love your work. Here's the chasing pack here. Don't know what's... Oh, is that Vettel? That is Vettel. He's broke his engine. What's he done? Oh, you... For fuck's sake, Seb. What are you doing? Sebastian Vettel's out. I think he's made contact with Grosjean. Oh, let's have a look at that again from Grosjean's perspective. There's Vettel blowing up. Oh, very convenient. He lets Albon through and he doesn't let Grosjean through. Very convenient. Knobhead. Oh, what a pan. I think Grosjean's front wing is destroyed. Yeah, look how much he's understeering through the corners. Bottas is going to get him into turn 12. And Grosjean's going to have to pit for that. What an absolute penis sausage Sebastian Vettel is.
We're leading our teammate by 14.
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. He let Albon go, and then he destroyed the rest of the pack's racing. Absolutely incredible. As we go to the fight for P4 between Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton to the outside, folks. Oh, that's brave. He's going to make that work. Bloody hell, around the outside. I'm almost losing my voice out when pressed down with that. That is a pass and a half, folks. No one makes the round the outside work. Great pass there as we go to the fight for P10 between Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. This is the last points position now that... actually, that's not Lando Norris. Who is that? That's Max Verstappen. I do apologise. I'm getting my drivers confused here. Don't know why. I should be though. As we go to the fight for P13 between Hollywood Lance Stroll and Danny Kvyat. That's Stroll on the left, Kvyat on the right. It's alright, I'm still reminiscing on Romain because Roman's been absolutely screwed. Let's be perfectly honest. But these Toro Rossos are giving you a fantastic fight. That's what we like to see, and I think that is Kvyat up to P13. We'll double check that at another time. But here we are on lap number 17. Sebastian Vettel, man. I think there's a bit of shady shenanigans going on there. Shady shenanigans. As Carlos Sainz passes the Matt Gasly for P9. And that's job done. Get him up into P9. So Carlos is having a bit of a comeback drive. That's not too bad at all. But we're going to be starting the final lap of the Grand Prix any moment now. And that's what you all come to see. You all come to see something like that. And I'm sure you can appreciate that we're just absolutely punishing this this car for all it is worth. As we come to start the final lap of the Grand Prix, it's 3 reds. That's we're not bothered about that. We've chucked it in lead. We've turned the engine down. We're going to save this because Belgium's next. In fact, 3 really tough races on the engine are next. Belgium, Spa, then Monza, and then Singapore. And I think after that we got Russia as well, but we get the new engine. Actually, we get the new engine for Singapore, so I don't know why we're worrying too much. As Carlos Sainz is now on the back of big-time Devon Butler for P8. And he'll fling that one down the inside, take P8 easily off the Ferrari. Yes, please, thank you very much. Goodbye. And God bless. Thank you very much. P8. And now what happened behind them? This is the fight for the last points position between the man Gasly and Max Verstappen. That's Gasly in front of Verstappen. Verstappen's going to do a Hamilton here. Pull around the outside. Go on. I tell you what. Make this work. Don't make this work, Verstappen. Side by side, the Red Bulls down to turn 2. It's Gasly on your left, Verstappen on your right. And Verstappen's going to make it work. Oh, you hate to see that, folks. But coming out of the last corner. I don't want to say it's been easy, but it's been damn easy. P1, baby.
Great drive.
11 victories on the season. You love to see stuff like that. You love to see it, folks.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Renault. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winning drivers, and what a race it was. This is a team that knows success very well in F1, and they're just itching for even more. Congratulations to the Renault team for their excellent win today.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. All increases their championship lead. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon, no hesitation. He put in the performance today that's only going to build further upon his already growing reputation.
Let's move on to the constructors. Renault's lead continues to grow at the head of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you who isn't driver of the day, that's Sebastian Vettel. What a knobhead. Absolute knobhead for ruining that race for Romain. But P1, we didn't get the fastest lap of the race. Who took our fastest lap? Grosjean did. Albon P2, career best for him. Love to see it, my man. Love to see it for the Thai Brit driver. Valtteri Bottas P3. Lewis Hamilton brings home for P4 ahead of Charles Leclerc. So good result for them. Bad result for them. Then Lucas Justin Weber. Then Ken Magnussen, Carlos Sainz, big time. Devon Butler and Max Verstappen picking up the last point of the race. Take a look at the rest of it. Yeah, then Grosjean got fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He must have done a last minute stop. You hate to see that for Romain. That's not the way we do business around here. And there's that prick in last. To Sebastian Vettel. Oh my god, what an absolute asshole. Oh well, we're gonna get interviewed now, and no doubt Claire has got something to ask us, probably. Oh my god, that was not easy, folks.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with
I am actually.
Well, looks like your luck has changed.
Hey, now that's not fair. We finished second last week after we did the nice thing for Romain. Go and kiss my ass, yes, Scottish Manx.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
For who? Well, I was an idiot magnet today anyway.
That was a good race for Lucas.
Do you know what? I am pleased to see Lucas do well because he's going to be my teammate when I move to Mercedes next year. And we're kicking out Kevin Magnussen. That's for sure.
There was some contact between you two.
I think this must have been at the start of the race, but you know, these things happen. We're both in the best cars at the moment.
Appreciate your time.
Not yours, though. I don't quite know what she's trying to instigate there, but yeah, Charles, you suck! And you suck quite literally as well. It's all looking very good. It's all looking very good. 11th victory of the season. 12 out of 12 races. The likelihood is we could win this championship by Singapore. And then, if we win the championship by Singapore, boy, are the gloves off then. And I mean the gloves are off then.
Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one.
Is it contract negotiation time? Really? Okay, then let's do this then, shall we? Let's do it. Let's get a new contract on the books. So finish second, absolutely. I want all the resource points. You might as well give me level 3 of everything because... oh, and I want one more thing as well.
Our proposal has been accepted.
Romain to still be my teammate next season.
Next race weekend.
Well, for the next 4 races anyway. I wonder if I'll get my wish. So, we can't do anything here. Look at all those resource points we got to spend, folks. 7,312, and that's a lot of resource points. That is a lot of resource points. And there's the championship. We are, what, 130 ahead. So, yeah, I would say Singapore is the early estimation for winning the championship. So what, we get 175. Gotta get to 175. So, mind you, it might not be. We'd have to get really, really lucky in the next 2 races for it to happen. So I would say Singapore. Monza's a stretch, but Singapore, I think, is where we're going to be looking. But guys, 10 likes for that. I think we can do that. We could probably do more, but we always ask for 10 because that's being very nice. And you can subscribe for more daily F1 2019, NASCAR Heat 4, Snooker 19, Monster Energy Supercross, as well as other live streams available throughout the week when you hit the notification bell. And if you do that, you find out when a new episode goes on. You find out when we go live on the live stream. Couldn't be simpler, folks. Couldn't ask anymore. Your support is incredible, as it always is. And until the next F1 2019 race, we will see you all on the start line for the Italian Grand Prix. We're going to replace the gearbox, and then we'll see you all later, folks. Take care. Bye-bye for now, folks.